the sheet says, I guess, how do you define religion? How should a student understand your definition? So as it happens, as I was explaining before, a couple of years ago I published a book actually on ancient Judaism, but it was designed to be a book that would be of use for students of the history of religions and the phenomenology of religion, general religious studies students. So I structured the book as an exercise in the study of religion. So the book begins with a definition of religion, so it would explain to my students, my readers, what I'd be doing. And so this was the definition that I came up with after long and serious thought. I'll just read it. Religion is an intense and sustained cultivation of a style of life that heightens awareness of morally binding connections between the self, the human community, and the most essential structures of reality. Religions posit various orders of reality and help individuals and groups to negotiate their relations with these orders. And that's the definition. If I would clarify it, one of the things that it's, to me, essential about religion that distinguishes it from philosophy or ethics is that religion is an activity grounded in things like rituals that are based on a fundamental assumption that the world we live in everyday life is bordered by other worlds with which we can have communication. And those worlds are sources of power and authority and truth of a higher order than the world in which we live. And what religion is a method for connecting to those parallel universes or worlds. And the tool of connection is ritual. Worship is the most obvious type of ritual. You communicate to the God or to the beings through words and gestures. But all kinds of ritual activities are ways of opening up the borders between this world and other worlds and having some kind of communication. In some religious traditions, people believe themselves to be moving across this world into another one. In others, the beings from the other world are invited into this one, and there's a communion with them in sacrificial rituals and so on. So I think the essence of religion, as I understand it, is a ritual activity which opens up the borders between areas of reality that are normally closed and allows people in this life to move in different spheres of reality with different kinds of conscious beings who are called gods or demons or whatever. And I guess that's really the basis where I start when I think about what religion is, and I included in my definition an important function that I think is crucial to religion is that it's always grounded in a community that is sharing its fund of rituals and conceptions of other worlds and doing these activities together. I'm not very convinced that there is such a thing as a personal religion. There are deeply held moral beliefs that people have. There are philosophical convictions that people have. But I think a religion is a communal and a traditional activity, something that is part of your environment that you absorb and become shaped by, rather than something you invent yourself. In the history of modern religion, I guess since William James's book on the varieties of religious experience is often focused on the people who have left traditional religions and created their own way, their own path. I'm not wanting to say that these are not religions. They are highly personalized uses of religion for personal exploration. But religion itself is essentially collective and communal activity, and it's grounded in transmitting patterns and stylized behaviors, which I call rituals. And with the sense that the community is, in its ritual life, blessed with contact with other sources of power and reality. And I think that's really sort of where I start when I think about religion.